You can still spot some wood frog tadpoles swimming in this vernal pond, tucked away in a small forested section of Delaware County.
So vernal pools are especially important to our ecosystem, and they're their own little mini ecosystems. They are very much in danger of changes, particularly in highly industrialized and populated areas.
The ponds are a safe place for frogs and salamanders to breed each spring. Fish, which eat the amphibians, can't survive here when these temporary ponds dry up in the summer months. The series of ponds were discovered by Beth Ionelli, a watershed steward who was surveying the area 2 years ago. It's an unexpected find because of the high level of development and paved surfaces in Delaware County.
It's beautiful back here. I really thought I would find it just like run over with invasive plants that, don't belong here in this territory. And I was very surprised when I got back, and it was not that way. Everything was beautiful and lush and how you expect a forested area in Pennsylvania to look.
I actually haven't seen an area quite as preserved as this one is, which is very surprising for being in lower Delaware County, where, again, highly populated, highly dense, lots of impervious surfaces. So it deals with a lot to continue thriving.
A number of native flowers and plants that bloom during the spring also grow here. The location isn't being disclosed because people can unknowingly destroy the habitat.
Unfortunately, people can accidentally collapse the burrows and things like that your mole salamanders will use for nesting throughout the rest of their life cycle when they're not in the vernal pond.
These ponds are drying up earlier than usual because of a dry spring, but there are other threats.
There's housing just to the left of us past this riparian buffer area, this forested area. So with that stormwater from impervious surfaces comes whatever is on that land, whether it is herbicides, pesticides, salts from road salt, and that can contaminate the water, as well as that sediment that comes down and can fill in the bottom.
Penn State's Master Watershed Steward program is working to improve conditions here. A dozen native trees and shrubs were planted to help collect the pollutants and offer protection to the ponds.
This is a sweet gum, which is a native tree that provides so much for wildlife, for food, as well as habitat. And we decided to put these guys here because we're about 20 feet from pavement when housing, backyards, things like that. So these will help to filter out some of those impairment type things.
The ponds and the forest also provide a buffer to help prevent degradation of a nearby stream that's a tributary of the Delaware River. More work is planned here in the effort to protect this habitat and improve conditions around the ponds.
One day we don't have the regular, what we see as everyday frogs and salamanders. If we let the pollution and everything pile up to the point where we lose all the vernal pools and we lose that special space for those things to grow and go through the metamorphosis, we just won't have it for the future children to see, and I think that's heartbreaking.